Hello everyone, my name is Sarah and welcome to Sarah Writes Poetry 23. I am a 23-year-old poet, novelist. I am a graduate student, I am a substitute teacher, I am multiple things. But this channel is a reflection of that. It's going to be a place where I pour all my thoughts and feelings about different things that I'm reading, different books, different poems, different things, news articles that I come across that I find interesting, possibly archaeology related, as I often get inspired to write things out of archaeology articles and things like that. I will also be posting my own original poetry with some visuals, which I do not claim to be my own. I use Canva for that type of thing, as I wish I was more of a visual artist, but I am a writer. I use words to communicate my thoughts and feelings. So that's what this channel mainly is. My first video was titled Mind Castle. Please go check that out if you have not already. It was a poem that I had written recently. So I do hope that you enjoy that. It's only like 5 minutes long. I will be doing a few of those and a few book rants, just whatever I feel like doing in the moment when I have time, as I'm very busy juggling 2 master's programs at the moment, Master's of Information Science and a Master's of English Education. I do all my work online, so I do have the ability to create videos, which I am thankful for. So before I get into the content of this video, like the more happier things, I guess you could say, I do want to take a minute to acknowledge and just process all of the grief and loss that we have suffered this week with the loss of Charlie Kirk. His assassination attempt was awful, horrifying. I used to follow Charlie Kirk online. I follow a bunch of different people I agree with and disagree with. Here I am not going to be open about where I side politically, but I do follow people who I agree and disagree with, and I think that's a very healthy thing to do with just how news operates these days. For this channel, I do not think it is necessary for me to share my political views, but again, I really wanted to just sit with the fact that we have lost a very influential person in politics today, and it was political assassination, politically motivated, which is terrifying that someone could be killed just for having their own thoughts and opinions on certain things. It's terrifying and it's inexcusable. Never should have happened. The same thing with the school shootings in Colorado that happened around the same time. I'm absolutely heartbroken by the losses there as well. I do wish that there were more coverage on the school shootings, though I understand why Kirk's death has more coverage is because it was politically motivated, while the school shootings was not. And that's not an excuse for why it shouldn't not be more covered as well. That's just why I think it is so. And I'll admit it'll be super weird not seeing Charlie Kirk's content, any new content on my feed anymore. It's just very uncomfortable. I do pray for his children and his wife, Erica, and his family members, for people who knew him personally. I cannot imagine what they are going through. So I just offer a lot of sympathy and empathy for them. The same with school shootings. I offer empathy and sympathy to those who have lost people within the school shootings. And the same for the Ukrainian woman who was about my age, who was stabbed to death on a train in Charlotte, North Carolina. Horrific acts of violence this week. Just seems to be one thing after another, and it really makes me sick to my stomach even thinking about it, but I can't stop thinking about it because it happened. And I just wanted to state that on this channel. So, like, I will occasionally bring up things that have happened in real life because I think it's important to sit with these uncomfortable truths about our world. And, but going forward with this video, on a happier note, the more reason why I wanted to upload this was because I have recently gotten into reading again after a long break of not reading. I am loving this book so far. I want to recommend you guys this book called The Stardust Thief. Here it is. It is by Chelsea Abdullah, and it is an adult epic fantasy novel, and it caters to I think more new adult, because that is the age range of the protagonists. I believe they're around 22, 23, my age. There are two protagonists in this novel. The first main character is Loulie, Loulie, and the other main character is Mazen, Mazen, and they are both characters who are very strongly crafted, in my opinion. I think the idea for this novel was very unique. It's basically about this young woman, Loulie, called the Midnight Merchant, who actually goes around selling illegal magic. I have not seen this concept too much in fantasy, so I think that's what makes it unique. She goes around with her companion, Kadar, I think his name is. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. He is a djinn who did end up saving her life once, and they have bonded and become friends, and he like hides as a little lizard on her shoulder, which I think is completely adorable, and I wish I had one of those pets, even though he's not a pet, he's a djinn. But if you get what I'm trying to say, I think that is super creative. It's sort of like a familiar in a way, to kind of describe the concept. Djinn and familiars are completely different, before anyone yells at me in the comments, but I'm just saying that it's like a familiar in the way that this djinn has bonded with the protagonist, if that makes any sense at all. And then the other protagonist in the book is named Mazen, and he is a prince of the kingdom, and he is disguised as a prince, so she doesn't know that he is the prince yet. I am currently in chapter 6, not finished the book yet, but it is so good that I really had to just come here and talk about it to you guys, because it's just super immersive and super detailed, and I love how it is told from third-person perspective, because it really grounds it in the adult fantasy sphere and separates it from young adult, which is typically written in first person. Though I will say, in this book, you do get the characters' direct thoughts through italics. This is an amazing technique for writing purposes. I love it. It is something that I use in my writing sometimes, because you still get a feel for like the character's internal thoughts at all. So that's my perspective of that. Great way of telling the story, and I like how it switches perspectives every couple of chapters, so we can follow both plot lines, and I do believe that they will merge more at some point. That's my suspicion, as I'm only in chapter 6 again, but yeah, so those are my thoughts so far. I also wanted to talk about how this book was influenced by the author's heritage. Kuwati heritage is the author's heritage, and she interwove childhood stories from that and created this amazing work, and I am greatly resonated with what she did there, because I also like to use my own heritage as inspiration for my writing as well. So it's nice to see that other authors do that as well. I think that this book will be an amazing read once I am done with it. I cannot wait to further go along these characters' journeys, and I really hope you guys pick up this book. It is literally just super detailed. It is very long. It's it's close to 500 pages. It's not quite at 500, but it is close. But I did want to read at least one thing that another author has said about it. Let's see. The author of The City of Brass, S.A. Chakraborty, wrote that this book is a thrilling adventure about found families, ancient magic, and stories that linger. I thoroughly enjoyed it. So there's a bunch of little comments like that, which I love reading, which really hypes up the book even more. I also would like to share, I want to share the map with you, but due to copyright purposes, I don't think I'm going to do that. There is a map in here, and she even has a little design thing in the beginning that's not a map, but it feels like a scroll, which is really cool. I haven't seen that in too many fantasy books, but I also love the formatting. I think it gives it a whimsical touch. So yes, it delves into the Arab culture, which I find very interesting, since I do not come from that culture. I love learning about new cultures of all different kinds. So again, this book is called Stardust Thief by Chelsea Abdullah. I know this was published a while ago. Let me just check and see when this book was published, because I want to give you the right information here. This book was published recently in 2022, so it is a fairly recent new fantasy novel that has come out, which a lot of people might not know about it yet, even though it's been a few years. So again, I'm trying to hype up this book because I love it, and please give it a try if you love adult fantasy. And if you do love it, please comment down below if you have read this book. What do you think about it? Have you had the same experience I had? Who are your favorite characters if you've read it? I'd love to know your thoughts and opinions, just to have conversations rolling about literature and fantasy and all these things. So yeah, and if you are going to pick it up, just say that you're going to in the comments, because that would be cool. I want to know who's interested in getting this book as well, and maybe we will have this journey together. I'm going to try to update a few times with how far I've gotten in the book after chapter 6, and let you know my further thoughts on the book as well. So look out for those videos. I do not know when they will be posted. I'm really going to try to get into a schedule, I promise. I just got to figure it out. But yeah, please let me know your thoughts and opinions, and thank you so much for listening to me ramble, and I hope you enjoy the video. I hope you all have a good day or night wherever you are in the world. So there we have it. Bye.